I think 2, just a little bit more. Be enough to make enough biscuits for that. But this is butter flavored Crisco. I love butter flavored Crisco. So it's got the butter in it. And just put a little bit in here. Everybody likes biscuits. Biscuits is good for breakfast, dinner, and supper, really. Now you put your, I always use buttermilk, and a lot of people use sweet milk, but now I use buttermilk. I guess just whatever you're used to using, whatever works best for you. Get this stirred up good here. Just put a little bit more milk. I used to get up 4 o'clock in the morning and make like 75 biscuits. We used to sell biscuits in our little store we had in Roaring River, you know. And I would get up and make probably 75 biscuits of a morning and have them down to the store by 7 o'clock. And that was a lot of work. Let's put the lid back on this. Let's see. You just scatter it out here. Your flour out here. Let's see, I put some Crisco oil also in my pan where I'm going to put my biscuits. And get a spoon here. Just put a little bit here. And I'll get that in my oven and get it hot. And I got my oven on 410. Get your oven on 410. Always have your pan good and hot. And I just turn this over here and get some flour on it. And then I just start coming in there a little bit. I remember my mom used to do this. I make biscuits for all 10 of us children. We had a big family and a little house. But we were happy. We were happy. We sang a lot. I remember I had 6 sisters and we used to sing a lot. Okay. And put flour on it and get your flour on your roller. And gently, don't push down hard, just go gently, and you don't want to get your dough too thin. Probably an inch thick, like that. And then get your, I just go ahead and cut mine out. You know, like this, get them all cut out. And then I get my pan out of the oven. Because you don't want your pan to get cold. This is just an old can that I got to use for a biscuit cutter, you know. It's real good and sharp. It cuts so good. Now I'll get my pan out of the oven. Good and hot. That grease is popping. Got to make it room and get it all over the bottom here. That's good. Now when I put my biscuits in, I turn them over. That way you got we got oil on the top of it. There's so many things you can do with biscuits. You know, I love to cream corn and put them over biscuits. That is so good. And my husband used to do that a lot. He'd cream the corn and I'd make the biscuits. And or you can have biscuits and gravy. There's so many things you can do with biscuits. And I remember my mama putting biscuits in my lunch bucket when I went to school in West Virginia. And sometimes if she didn't have enough biscuits, if she had cornbread, she used to put cornbread and milk in my brother's lunch bucket to take to school. That was way back, that's probably before I was born. She used to do that. And just anything you had to put in the lunch buckets for the kids, you know. And she had a bag to put them in, but my sister was telling me the other day that she remembers when they didn't have no wax paper to wrap the biscuits or anything. They had just put the biscuit together and put it down in the bag for them to take to school for lunch. And so back then you just had the bare necessities and you didn't have a lot of extra stuff. But you know, I'm so wonderful. I grew up in that period of time, and I'm so thankful that I had a mom and dad that loved me, taught me about the Lord, and we had a good life. My mom had 10 children, and you know, we didn't have anything wrong with us. We were all so blessed, and she fed us food out of the garden. And that's so important to eat fresh food out of the garden. And we never had much candy or any soft, we didn't have soft drinks till I was probably, never seen soft drinks till I was at least, probably 8 or 9 years old. We had Kool-Aid, you know, back then to drink. Mom would make Kool-Aid sometimes. Let me see if I find a big room here to put this little piece of dough. Okay, and I remember going to school, and our kitten used to follow us to school, and the teacher let the kitten in the house if it was cold outside. Let's put these in the oven here at 410, and put them right in there. And I usually set the timer of my biscuits for 20 minutes. And let's see how that goes. I love to talk about the old times and how we used to get to church, and Dad put us on a sleigh, a horse and sleigh, and take us to church. There's so many of us, you know. And of course we missed a lot of Sundays in the wintertime when the snow was so deep, but we always went to church, and on Sunday night we go to church. We had our church in the schoolhouse. We had a company schoolhouse, company-built schoolhouse. And we would, I remember being in that schoolhouse and my mom shouting, "Praise the Lord." I remember the preacher. I still can, in my mind, remember that preacher. We left that area when I was 6 years old, and my dad bought a bigger farm, and I still remember that preacher preaching, and the people standing up and singing, praising the Lord. Oh, everybody in the house was praising the Lord. It was so much different then than it is now in my church. I go to a Baptist church, but still there's no one that gets up and, you know, praises the Lord like this. That's the way they used to do years ago. They used to just praise the Lord and walk up and down the aisle and thank Him for everything. And then when we prayed, I tell you what we did. We all gathered around the altar, and we all gathered, and everybody would pray. And then we got to playing. The piano player starts playing "Give Me That Old Time Religion," and we'd all start hugging each other and shaking each other's hand. Oh, we used to have some of the biggest times just praising the Lord. I just wanted to share that with you today. I just got so many memories of growing up in West Virginia. Thank you for listening today, and we'll get you back later when I get the biscuits done. Thank you. Apples and biscuits, ain't nothing better. They're delicious. Wonderful, wonderful. That's good. You have a good day, and thank you for watching.